Netanyahu's also thanked President Trump for his bold and decisive action on Iran back in June. On Monday, the two leaders will be meeting at the White House. He also applauded the president for his unwavering support and spoke directly to the hostages in Gaza, telling them, "We have not forgotten you." Joining us now, Brett Samuels, White House reporter for our partners at The Hill. A pretty impactful speech, although he delivered remarks to a half-empty room.
Yeah, Marni, I think reflective of the sort of divisive nature of what's happening in Gaza and in the Middle East, and also sort of the divisive nature of Benjamin Netanyahu himself, obviously not a figure who is universally loved necessarily. And as we've seen play out this week with leaders from Canada, the United Kingdom, and France recognizing a Palestinian state, obviously this is not a conflict where Israel is necessarily rallying the world to its side. And I think the walkouts that we saw at the top of that address from the Prime Minister were reflective of the very fraught environment that he was entering at the UN today.
What do we know about negotiations to bring the remaining hostages home and end the war? What are the major sticking points at this juncture, Brett?
Yeah, well, it's interesting. President Trump yesterday and even this morning, as he departed for the Ryder Cup, suggested that a deal was close to potentially ending the war in Gaza. That would, of course, involve would involve some details around the release of the hostages, because the U.S. and Israel have been adamant that any end to the war has to include, releasing hostages. Whenever Trump has been asked about, the situation in Gaza, he always brings up first the need to release those remaining hostages. So that does seem to be a big sticking point. Obviously, Hamas's role in any future governance of Gaza, I think, has been a big sticking point, a big point of discussion.
All right, Brett, I'm going to jump in real quick. Here is the president moments ago leaving the White House, headed to the Ryder Cup. Let's listen.
It's been a while to represent the United States at the Ryder Cup, which is very exciting. And we'll be watching that. This is Kai, by the way, in case you didn't know. How are you? And we'll be watching a little golf. I think we have maybe a deal on Gaza, very close to a deal on Gaza. How are you? Hello, Peter. And it's looking like we have a deal on Gaza. And we'll let you know. I think it's a deal that will get the hostages back. It's going to be a deal that will end the war. It's going to be a deal it's going to be peace. I think we have a deal. That'll be number 8, Peter, not 10.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.